Hey everybody, Amnar here, bringing you round 1 in SPDC 3404. We're going to be playing Blue-Red Prowess, also known as Blue-Red Spells or Blue-Red Thermo-Alchemist. His hand looks okay. I mean, we've got a turn 2 Alchemist and we have a Tormenting Voice, so we can keep looking for more stuff. Shout out to Nate316, our opponent. And let's see. I guess let's go ahead and lead off with an Evolving Wilds. And I believe we'll be going to get a island here. Okay. Meanwhile, our opponent's on red-green. Okay. Go ahead and get our island here. Alright. Looks like we've got a couple of lands here that we can pitch for our Tormenting Voice. And if he plays anything too bad, we can always use a Clutch of Currents. Okay, looks like our opponent's stuck on lands a little bit. It's an interesting attack here. Wonder if they have any anything to go with it. I don't know, it'd be really bad if they had like a burn spell or something. Okay. Get a grapple from the past. Probably gonna get a land here. Although with the Aven there, that means he's playing at least 3 colors. We do have a Bombardment, that's nice. Okay. Think we're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lands. So I believe I might want to just Tormenting Voice here. Pitch one of these islands. Okay, and that way we can get in point of damage with our Thermo-Alchemist. We still got 5 lands, which is good for our summons. And then we've got plenty of removal here. So at least this way, if he attacks again, trying to lure me into a block, I'm going to go ahead and block. I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Galvanic Bombardment, just in case. That way, if he does have some kind of kill spell, he won't be able to combine it with that 1 point of damage. It also lets us get in for a couple of extra points of damage. Cool. We get another Alchemist here. So I think we'll go ahead and lay that guy down. Getting close to an Ojutai summons. Probably do that next turn. And then we can hit him for 4 turn with our Thermo-Alchemists. Okay, he's going to grapple again. At least we got rid of one of his Pulsa Marasas that way. We don't have to worry about that thing coming back. Still surprised that he ended up taking the Vulturous Aven instead of one of his lands. This time he got a Primal Druid. Okay, let's go ahead and get an extra point of damage here. Okay. Looks like he does have the Spell Mastery. So, unfortunately, that guy's gone. But the good news is we do have a summons here. Tap that guy first. Can't remember where I put my stops. Definitely don't want to miss any points of damage with my Thermo-Alchemist. That's why I'm not choosing to auto yield to any of his triggers. And that way I can make sure I don't miss it. Got our opponent down to 15. Probably 14 at the end of this turn. And then we'll be able to start attacking in the air to get in extra points of damage. We might even awaken Clutch of the Currents next turn. Interesting. He gets an extra land. Wow, so he's actually 4 colors. He's able to block our monks here, but probably just going to cut Clutch of Currents. Okay, get in the extra point of damage so we can untap him whenever we cast our spell. And another Clutch. That's awesome. So it allows us to cast with Awaken. Target this guy and a mountain. Generally in this deck I have more blue than red spells, I believe. That and Ojudai's Summons needs 2 blue. So I don't want to risk turning one of my islands into a creature just to have it killed. Anyway, then we swing in for 5. Things are looking pretty good. We can do another point of damage with the Thermo-Alchemist, bring him down to 4 life. And then next turn we can either Clutch and or Lightning Axe to get rid of any flyers he may play. Okay, he plays a forest. He's got a bunch of land there. Alright, looks like we got that one. Let's go to a sideboard. We didn't really see anything other than a Vulturous Haven, a Primal Druid, and I think a Visionary and a Pilgrim's Eye there in his graveyard. Bunch of small creatures. I think our Galvanic Bombardment and Fiery Impulses should be able to handle those. He did have his own Fiery Impulses, so we might want either a Dispel or Turn Aside. Let's see. Thinking of taking out the Uncaged Fury, since it's just a combo piece, and put in a counter spell. Let's see what else. I think that's pretty good. I might want to take out a Lightning Axe here. Put in another counter spell. We didn't really see any creatures higher than a 3 toughness. So I'm going to put in the extra negate. That way, just in case we have the negate, we can also counter a Pulse of Marasa. Let's go with this one. And we've got some lands, removal, and a negate. Looks pretty good. I'm only running a version of the deck that has 12 creatures plus 2 Ojudai summons. So sometimes the creatures are a little sparse in this deck. But that's okay. We'll lead off here with a mountain. That way if he plays anything, we have a chance to use a bombardment. However, I don't think we want to give him any mana ramp. So I don't think we're going to kill that one. Instead, we'll just build up for turn 3. Now, I've recently thought about combining a Primal Druid, since it is a human, with a True Faith sensor or something like that. At least, because it doesn't have Defender. So if you had a way to give it some kind of power, you could at least attack with it. Or do a better job at blocking. Okay. At the end of our turn, our opponent's going to cast a Grapple. Can get back either a Forest, an Evolving Wild, or a Pilgrim's Eye. And all this is still on my turn, too. He ends up going for the Pilgrim's Eye, which that should allow him to go for all of his colors here. But instead he opts to play a Forest. It's interesting. I wonder if he has a Vulturous Aven here that he'll be able to cast and sacrifice his Druid. No, just the Pilgrim's Eye. Okay, gets a mountain with it. Okay, then we go to our turn. I think I'm going to play a mountain here. See if I can lure him into blocking something. We'll see if he does or not. Now the question is, do we ramp him? I think so. I definitely want to try to get rid of some of his blockers, that way I can keep attacking for more and more damage. I mean, I don't know what his endgame here or his win condition is necessarily, so I don't know if ramping him is a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, he's coming in for 1 damage, that's fine. And then Emerge. That's interesting. Okay, he definitely gets to draw a card. And another Pilgrim's Eye. And he gets a mountain. I think we're still going to attack here. Would like to get rid of that Wretched Griff somehow. See what he blocks with. Probably the Pilgrim's Eye. Interesting. Well, at least this way I can use a Bombardment combined with Prowess and hopefully get rid of that guy. Alrighty, I still have another Bombardment open as well as Negate. And he's still going to emerge again. Well, I think I found sort of what his win condition is. And another Pilgrim's Eye. Okay, he gets a swamp. Got tons of land. I think we're going to keep putting mountains out there so we can have plenty of mana open for our Fiery Temper or Bombardment, and keep applying pressure. Okay. I think we're going to use another Bombardment here again. Okay, at least we get to get rid of his Griff. Still has a Pilgrim's Eye that he can chump block with, and plenty of cards in his hand. As long as he doesn't keep chaining Wretched Griffs, I think we'll be alright. And that's the kind of thing we definitely want to negate. Especially since he was targeting a Wretched Griff. Alright. It's interesting that he didn't leave a blocker up. I think we can go ahead and thin out our deck a little bit since we're starting to run low on spells. Get this guy out there. And swing in for 2. Okay. Kind of afraid of a removal spell there. But thankfully he didn't have one. He does have plenty of lands though. 9 lands total. Wow. Rolling Thunder with X equals 7. Okay. So 4 damage on him and 3 damage on this one. Sadly, I can't block him up. I mean, I can't use Prowess to make him bigger. Well, that's unfortunate. I was about to say, hopefully we can get a draw spell of some kind. Nice, we get 2 of them here. Cool. Put out a Thermo-Alchemist and at least leave a Fiery Impulse up. We definitely have Spell Mastery, so it can at least do 3 damage. Okay. Gets to draw 2 more. That's quite unfortunate. Okay, you can kill our guy. That's fine. We'll kill yours too. You can go ahead and search for your forests. And we got a bombardment. That's unfortunate. Kind of need some way of repetitive damage on the board. Let's see. He gets rid of a Visionary, a Rolling Thunder, and an Aven, and gets back a Wretched Griff. And is able to hardcast it. Okay. That's fine. We definitely have a bombardment to take care of that guy. And a counterspell. A little late. Grapples. Getting back another Wretched Griff. So he's definitely got tons of land and tons of Wretched Griffs. I mean, between Pulse of Marasa and Grapple, you can just keep bringing them back. Might need something that exiles in this deck, or at least in the sideboard. Who knows, maybe we'll be able to... I mean, if he keeps casting Grapple with the pass, he might just get really close to decking himself. It's 1, 2... Well, unfortunately, that's all 4 grapples. I don't think he's going to be going further into his deck. Between his graveyard and what's in play now, that's a total of 3 Wretched Griffs. Cool. We get to counterspell that one. And we'll yield to that trigger. Unfortunately, it looks like he's definitely going to be coming in for damage. This isn't looking too good here. He's got us on a 2-turn clock, and we need to find a way to remove those guys. I think we're going to go ahead and kill that guy so he doesn't get a chance to draw more cards. Definitely has chump blockers, though. With only one card in hand, it's not looking pretty good for us. Yep. Good game to our opponent. Let's go ahead and go to game 3 here. Okay, so as far as Wretched Gryphs, I think Rolling Thunder is good. We definitely want to counter Instance. Take out the negate here. Clutch of Currents isn't as good since he has Exploit. And the other ones that I would be using it on would be like the Wretched Gryph, and I don't want him to draw multiple cards. Fiery Impulse is not as good. Probably want to bring back in Lightning Axe to handle those guys. Lightning Thunder, so that if it goes long, we can hopefully clear his board. It's looking okay. Let's keep this. And we'll go first here. I don't know how I like this hand. I mean, it's got 2 lands, a draw spell. I think it's okay. We'll keep it and see what happens. Lead off with an island. Pass the turn. Try and save a little bit of time here. And I think I'll get down a Spell Fist. Get my creatures out early and hopefully get some damage in. That's quite unfortunate. I think I want to keep drawing cards here until I can get an extra land. That way I can protect my next creature with Dispel. Hopefully I'll be able to draw land soon. Well, that's unfortunate. And he took Take Inventory. Well, that's okay. We've got plenty of creatures. Hopefully he doesn't have 3 removal spells in a row. Coming up on turn 4 for our opponent. So far they've done a pretty good job of being able to get all 4 of their colors. Okay. Don't have a way to kill that guy yet. Think we'll just keep pumping out Spell Fists. Hope that one of them can stick. I'd still like to get another land. Either a mountain or an island at this point would be really helpful. An island so I can cast a Spell Fist and a Dispel. A mountain so I can cast a Fiery Temper. There we go. It's kind of nice. Let's see if he has a Fiery Impulse himself. Cool. We got rid of that guy and we're able to get in for 2 points of damage. He definitely has Spell Mastery, so if he comes across a Fiery Impulse, he'll be able to kill our Spell Fist. Still has plenty of Avens, though. Okay, he's only got one land and, well, two lands untapped and 5 cards in hand. Bunches o' removals. That's really annoying. Well, at least we have plenty of creatures, so we can try to get one to stick. Really like to get some more lands here. Let's see what our opponent's up to. Okay, got plenty of Avens. And we get an extra mountain. It's a little unfortunate. We need to find a way to get rid of those flyers. Okay, he's coming in here for 4. Another Pilgrim's Eye. Let's see if he has a follow-up for that one. Yep. See, something like this makes me wish they had a good counterspell option in common. Like, I guess I could run a 3-drop counter-target creature spell. Or maybe I need an exiling counterspell in my deck. I don't think we're going to be able to pull this one through. I mean, next turn he's coming in for 7, 8 in the air. And waiting on our opponent here. I wonder what he has in his hand. Okay, he's coming in for 8. Not much we can do about that. Let's sigh. Okay, our opponent's going to grapple with the past. At this point, I didn't think there was a point in countering that one. It doesn't matter what he gets back. I don't really think there's a way for us to kill 3 flyers at the same time, so. Okay, he returns an Elvish Visionary. Longest turn ever. Pretty much just waiting here to see what we draw before we go ahead and concede. Kind of taking a while though. Apologize for all the dead air. Just, there we go. Alright, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next